Who are you and what is your profession?
My name is XV, and I am a hip hop artist.
What was your last project you dropped, and what is your next project you are dropping?
The last project that I dropped is called Zero Heroes. It's a mixtape. I dropped it on April 15th this year. It's like one of my best mixtapes I've ever created. I've done like 15 mixtapes. So this is like my baby, and it definitely shows me in such a like really good light. You start with the opening track, Wichita, which is my hometown, so you kind of get a glimpse of where I'm from. And then just throughout the whole project, from Smallville to UFC to Awesome to That's Just Me, you find out who I am. So that was the latest project. The next project is an Awesome EP coming out in November. And basically the Awesome EP is just like, it's all my awesome music. It's got my single Awesome on it that's on NBA 2K12 right now. It's got a few records from Zero Heroes, Swerving's on there, and like 3 new records, Chainsaws and Bars. It got some pretty crazy records, so y'all make sure y'all check out that. Coming up next, the Awesome EP.
What was the first album you bought, and what was the newest, most recent album you bought?
The first album I bought. The first album I bought was Crisscross. I can't remember exactly which one it was called. The one with the backwards overalls, because the one after that was like called The Bomb or something like that. But the backwards overalls is what I'm talking about. That was my very first one. I wrote down every single lyric to that album and rapped that shit like non-stop. Like that was my heart. And the most recent album I bought was J. Cole's Cold World, Sideline Story. That's the most recent one.
What moment did you realize you wanted to make music?
The moment I realized I wanted to make music, I was 10 years old. My dad, he was actually an A&R at this place called, I want to say it was called Red Ant Records or something like that. And he also worked at BET. So he would always make music, and my uncle actually produced Vanilla Ice Baby. So I was always around music. And I was in LA. It was the very first time I met my dad. I was 10 years old. My uncle, who was a producer, he was like, here, give Don this beat tape. And he gave me a beat tape, and I went home, and from that point on, I was like, this is what I'm doing.
When you have a day off, how do you like to spend it?
If I have a day off, all I do is put on my South Park pajamas, I smoke, and I play Xbox. That's it. That's point blank. That's all I do.
What would you be doing if you were not making music?
If I wasn't making music, I'd probably be writing screenplays. That's like my ultimate. That's the long-term goal. After all the XB, busy stuff stop happening, I'm Clint Eastwood. I'm going Clint Eastwood on it.
What's your favorite song that you've put out?
My favorite song that I put out would probably, my personal favorite is Final Fantasy XV. That's like my personal favorite, because like when I hear it, first of all, it sounds like Japan. Like I've never been in Japan, so I visualize it on that song. And then Final Fantasy VII is like one of my favorite video games of all time. So like when I listen to how like I kind of did like these playing on words with all the characters, like Promised Land, like Aeris, and Money on the Sephiroth Blade. Like I'm like, man, if I wasn't me and I heard that, I'd be like, this dude is fucking crazy, And so when I hear it, I'm like proud of myself. I'm so proud of you.
Who are 3 of your favorite artists right now?
3 of my favorite artists right now, I would say Drake, Wiz, and Kendrick Lamar.
What's your favorite clothing company?
Favorite clothing company, I'd say Entree and Orisu and Obey. It's Supreme. Yeah.
What is one item you can't live without?
One item I can't live without? A laptop. Can't live without the laptop. Gotta access the internet. But most of all, I have corns on there.
What is one word to describe your style?
One word to describe my style. This is cliche as fuck. What am I gonna say? Awesome, right? No, motherfucker. I was gonna say kick ass. And it's still one word, I have a hyphen in between. So yeah.
All right, and last one, how will you be remembered?
How will you remembered as, I'll be remembered as the one who brought like being yourself is cool in hip hop. You know, I would be like when that dude is being a little too much of himself up on stage, they're like, man, we get it. We like being ourselves in hip hop now, but dude, you're being too intense. Like when that dude's doing that, I'm gonna get the blame for that. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like Batman. You know, when Batman decided he was gonna be a superhero, all the other people started acting like they were Batman. You know, he was like, but you know the difference is, I'm not wearing hockey pads. That's the difference.
Appreciate it.